Today we're going to take a ride on the Cucamonga side. Cucamonga Canyon, that is, starting in the Colonies ponds. If you're familiar with Upland, you know where the Colonies is. And this is the big pond structure that's right in the middle of it. You kind of roll around until you get to the Sunnyside kiosk. And once you get to the Sunnyside kiosk, you look both ways and you head right across the street onto the sidewalk. You're going to finagle your way through these houses until you get to a black gate that gets you to the Cucamonga Creek. Take Cucamonga Creek, head north towards the mountains. You get to 19th Street. Look both ways, because that traffic isn't going to stop for you. I'm testing out my new e-bike. Yes, I've gone to the dark side. All you haters out there, put away your pitchforks. E-bikes are happening. Okay, we're on the Cucamonga Creek Channel Trail. I like this little single track off to the left. We're going to cruise on this thing until we can find the 210 freeway, which isn't hard to do because it's just down the road. You're not going any farther than that. So you're going to get on a section that Strava calls another brick in the wall. You're going to take this down to Sapphire. The only reason you're taking this down to Sapphire is so you can turn around, go across the freeway, and ride back up the other side. Watch out for those metal things too. I almost took a pedal off the other day. Okay, we're back on Cucamonga Creek. I like to ride in the dirt, but you can go up the bike path. Now we get to Demon's Channel Crossing. You're going to want to cross it or you're going up to Heritage Park in Rancho, which if you want to do is fine. We're back on Cucamonga Creek. There's a friendly guy with his dog. Hi there. Alright, right past him there's the turnoff into the single track. It's actually an old road. And we're going to take that up. We're on the east side of the dam. I call it the 19th Street Dam. It's the dam in Upland, not San Antonio Dam. And once we get to it, we're going to follow the service road up on the east side and head back down. And the first trail we can take, we're heading north up the canyon. You work your way up the east side of the canyon until you come to the dam crossover. Now there's multiple dam crossovers, but this one's obvious. Now I take this one and I go up the road to the top of the canyon, the rim of the canyon on the west side. And we're going to follow it north up to what Strava calls the bridge. I had to finagle my bike over the gate and up to the bridge. And you got to finagle your bike over or under the bridge gate also. But as I looked down the road, I saw the water guy coming. Uh-oh, gonna have to make this a quick getaway. I like to drag my bike under the bridge. You may want to carry your bike over. Mine is very heavy with all that electronic stuff. Hi there! I didn't want to see if he waved back, so I'm trying to make a quick getaway. But I had failed to turn on my e-bike. So finally I got it in gear and I was out of there. We're going to head north up. We're on the west side now. And you're going to get to a place that is easy to see. It's the water tank. You're going to go by the water tank and follow this up to what Strava calls the overlook. This section of the trail is called Bridged Overlook. Now you're not going to run into water because I was riding after a big rain. Usually this is dry and dusty and a little snaky. Also, there's some hidden, how should we say, poison oak. So if you're susceptible to poison oak, keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Once you get to the overlook, it's time to take stock of where you are. The beautiful mountains, the canyon narrowing as it goes up, and somebody threw away a perfectly good e-bike. Once you start down this, be careful. It's a single track with a large drop off to the right. You're going to start the first part. It's a little chunky, but not too bad. And then you get to the big dip. Whoa! Pedal, 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 pedal. It's a big surprise and a little stinger there at the end. The previous rains have really made this overgrown, but some people have come out and done a little clipping, so it's not too bad. You're going to right after that, the trail steepens and it goes into kind of a rain rut. So you're really going to have to mind your P's and Q's here. You're going to follow the rain rut down. Those boulders are very, very hard. I know because I've hit them a couple times, so be careful. These two are real catchers, pedal catchers. And you're going to come down to where you see the warning sign. The warning sign is going to tell you you are not welcome in this canyon. I kind of take a moment here. If you don't want to go against the local laws, well, turn around there and head home. I like to go past it. It's uphill most of the way. We're going to go to what we call the Wa spot. After the Wa spot, everything gets to be really narrow, really illegal. You wind up getting back on the road, so you may not want to go any farther than the Wa spot. I don't. I just don't want to meet the constabulary out there and give me a ticket, which is really expensive. Okay, this is where the fun begins. There's only a couple little stingers on the way back down, so it's mostly downhill. You put it in high gear and you start pedaling. You're going to watch out for rocks and ruts and just have a ball. Once we go up this little stinger, off to the right is where we came down from the overlook. And this section, according to Strava, is overlook to the rock, or well, we went down overlook to the rock garden. This segment is called Rock Garden. Seems like a total mystery why they call this Rock Garden. I don't get it. This is the end of the rock garden section, and instead of following the road, you're going to go up and get this cool little single track that's right by the San Antonio water pump. Be careful at the very end of this. It gets really rocky. It's very steep and loose. You're going to go across the bottom of the channel, and once you get back to the road, instead of staying on the road, you're going to go to the right and find a kind of well-hidden little single track. It's kind of fun. And this is going to put you back down onto the road, but go across the roads, and you will see two big boulders on a cross dam. And this is one of the best ways to get back to the other side. Once on the other side, you're going to find a faint trail that leads you up through the bushes, kind of hard to find, and you're going to work your way back on the same road that you came in on the east side of the dam. And this time, you're going to get a screaming downhill. Make sure everything is tight on your bike, because you're going to hit some crazy fast speeds down this thing. It's going to take you over to an old service road. You rode up it on the way out, but it's really a fun downhill. Pedal, you can go as fast as you want. At the end of it, put it in high gear and crank through this loose gravel. Nothing but fun. Pretty soon, you come out on the east side of the dam and you're going to retrace your steps back to the top. However, when you get to the top, on the other side, there's a cool little single track that goes off the side of the road that you probably didn't ride up of. It's marked with an orange cone. This brings you back to the road, but don't get on the road, stay left. You'll find another indistinct single track. It's going to take you across through some bushes and drop you down into a little ditch, old water ditch. You kind of wander your way around here. The end of the water ditch is a little abrupt, little stinger uphill. Keep pedaling, and then a quick downhill. That's going to bring us to a gate. We're going to go right, and we're going to go on the famous section of Strava called Fence Line. Make kind of a left turn off fence line and you get to the start of Twisty Gardens. But I like to take the alternate route to the left. It's a steep little uphill, and you wind your way around. When you get to the fork, take it, go right, get some techie little stuff, a few drops, get a nice little berm turn. And then you're going to ride through some bushes until you rejoin Twisty Gardens. You're going down the road from Twisty Gardens. You can see the fence, but turn left and you get another little segment of single track before you get back to the blacktop by the channel. Okay, here we go. This is the Demings Channel crossing. Look for cross traffic on the bike trail and hit this, you can get some air. Alright, that brings us almost, well, we're not quite to the end. You still got a ways back to your car. But you know how to get there. There's the 210 freeway, and there's another brick in the wall. It's been a great ride. Hope you enjoyed it. So long for now.